Well, I wonder if anybody's out there. I didn't tell anybody I was going live. I've just made a sudden decision to. I was a little bit bored and just wonder if anybody wanted a little bit chit chat. It's getting a little bit dull here. I'm busy knitting with black, and it's not a good colour for me to knit with, like especially at night time. But I'm trying. It hasn't been a very nice day today. I think it's hard to tell whether we're getting any more summer or not, or because the temperature's really, well, up here near Newcastle, it's really dropped. I think we're down to about 13, 14 degrees today where I live in. Oh, hi, Angela. Oh, training where you are. You've just done some squares, have you? I've been doing some, I'm busy knitting at the moment, but I'm doing, the coasters. I had a lot more of these. I took them last night to the pub where I go for bingo and have a game of bingo and play cards, right, and things like that. And I think I took 10 of them last night, and there wasn't enough, and they were all moaning because everybody didn't get one. So I'm doing what I can with what little bit yarn and that I've got left. I've got, got a bag here with a few little bits, enough to do a few more, but I don't want to break into full balls to do it. I'm just using up the little bit yarn I've got. So I've told all my friends there, I said, if anybody's got any little scraps, I said, even just tiny little scraps, like little bits like that. I says, it doesn't matter how small, just bring them in and they'll help me to do the rest of the coasters, because there was one or two men there that join us sometimes and they were complaining because I hadn't any football. It's Newcastle here, black and white. And that's why I'm sorry, but I haven't got any black yarn. I says I've got, this is black where I'm knitting with, but this is poodle. It's I don't know if you can see it. I'll put it up close. This is what I'm knitting with at the moment, Angela. It's 3 strands of, I can separate them there. There's 3 strands of, it's actually the proper name for it's astrakhan. I call it poodle. And that's what I'm knitting with at the moment. I think it's like the equivalent where I've got the 3 strands is equivalent to double knitting, I think. I think it is, but I'm knitting this cardigan. It'll either be for me or my granddaughter, because that's about as wide as it is. I'll see where it is when I've got it finished and see who it fits best. She said she doesn't mind. My granddaughter doesn't mind if it's large, because she likes them larger, and she wears black for work. So I told her it'll probably it might be the side of Christmas before I get it finished, with all the other things I've been doing, but the weather's really, it's atrocious here at the moment. I've got potatoes in the garden, which they're not quite ready yet. But I've got peas. I took a lot of peas off probably about 10 days ago, but there's a lot more once taken off, and it's just too wet. And I've got beetroot that the last time I looked was a good size. So I'm going to get those as soon as it starts drying up a little bit and I can get out into the garden. I'll get those taken up, because I don't want them to get too big or they'll not go inside the jar. I'll go and see what's written on the thing. Oh, you're doing this? Yeah, I saw your little video, Andrew, where you're doing the step thing for. But probably will help you. You hit that for going up and down on the step. I do exercise when I'm just sitting, just for my legs, to keep my legs fit. You know, go like this up and down with the legs to keep them in and out and all that, just to keep them. To keep the arthritis would be really like that's what I do it for, like. But you need to do exercise, and with knitting, using knitting needles, that exercise is good for your hands, for your fingers. My fingers, I've got arthritis in my spine, and it's also in my hands and one of my hips and one of my legs. I do get a little bit trouble with, but that's why I do exercise up and down on my legs. But on my hands, I find that the knitting keeps my hands, keeps arthritis at bay at my hands, so I don't have fingers don't go stiff and that. Otherwise, that's what would happen if you weren't exercising them. But I've came on a little bit earlier tonight, so I've got all the lights on in my living room. I've got the standard lamp up here, and I've got the main light on and the thing, because once it starts getting dark in here, even with these lights on, I don't get a very good picture on the screen on my laptop. Don't know what it is, but that's why I come on a little bit earlier before it gets too dark. And I was out last night doing bingo with my friends, and we both won. I won a couple of the bingo games, and she won the player cards. Right, we always share whatever we win. So at least it didn't cost us anything for our night. And we won. We were out on Monday night, and we won the quiz on Monday night. We always get £15 worth of beer. It's a voucher for beer in the pub, so it didn't cost anything for our drinks either on Wednesday night. We're a bit lucky, I think. And I was supposed to be going on holiday to Corfu. My friend were booked up with EasyJet. And didn't EasyJet decide to pull out of Newcastle? So we only using flights because my friend has friends in Corfu, when we stay in their apartment, so only needed the flights. So the flights were cancelled, so we're having to look for somewhere else, and we've been looking at Jet2 at the moment, but it's going to cost a hell of a lot more to go through with them. So I'm hoping I'm still going to get away. I was supposed to be going September 20th, but I think it's going to be a different date now. Like. Oh, congratulations on winning, yeah. Yeah, you do need company. You have to have, be with friends now and again. Well, we've only just started since the pubs have been allowed to open again. At least we used to do the quiz and everything they would still do the quiz in the bar, but when we do the bingo, we'll go into the lounge, because there's a lot more of us and there's more room to separate, for to keep people apart from each other. Because we were in one night, and the police came into the place to check that everybody was doing the social distance, and we had put our names down on the board when we came in. We still have to do that, but you have to comply with the law, or else the law will change, and we don't want things to go back to what they were before. But I was also out on with my friend and some other ones. We went to a pub in a place called Long Benton near us, and we went to see a rock band called the Baldy Holly Rock Band, and there was a tribute a mural being unveiled on the wall outside, because it was outside in the car park and all the tables were out in the car park, and they were unveiling a mural for Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper and I can't remember what they called the other one. The three of them that were killed in a plane crash in 1959, and they had painted the mural on the wall, and that's why they were doing the gig outside. And it was really had a really good time. Really enjoyed it because it's all my type of songs from my era, or Buddy Holly, and not just their songs, but the songs that they had wrote as well, because they wrote a lot of pop songs from that time. Really enjoyed it, but would prefer me, my friend, like to get up and dance, but we couldn't do it because I don't think you're allowed to dance either as well, get up dancing, because of the chance of passing virus on to each other. But we had it was a hog roast. There was a hog roast there as well, and I got it was a large bun. And look, it was about the size of a dinner plate. The bun was like this, and the meat was that thick inside it, and I couldn't eat it all. I had to throw half it away. It was far too much, but I had a canny day anyway. I enjoyed it, and then on Sunday, one of my sons who lives in Worksop came up for to see his daughter, my granddaughter, and their kids, because it was their birthdays, and he came up. He was also doing a job for, well, she's his ex, but he was doing a job for his ex-wife in the house, and then coming along to see us, my granddaughter, and the kids and that. So I had quite a full weekend, and that's the first time I've seen my son since the lockdown started, because he has he's got celiac disease, and he didn't want to, to come up and start in case took any chances with his health and that. But I think everything's getting a bit easier now, so it was okay for him to come up. But I think he was glad to go back home again after the racket from the kids. I think the kids were really excelling themselves. There's three of them, very boisterous and noisy, and yeah. Oh, you like all those kind of songs, do you, Angela? Like to me, they're the best songs. They're the best ones to dance to. I kind of get away with the modern stuff and that, like. But you were going to book a holiday. Well, I was booked up to go away in May, actually. We had booked we hadn't booked the flights, actually. We were going to go away in May, and it was just before the virus thing started, and me and my friend we decided not to book up, to wait to see what was going to happen, and then everything was locked down, so we didn't get away in May. And we would have been going in September as well anyway, but we hung on, and then when everything started easing up and all that, and allowing us to do our things, we decided to book up for the September. But did an EasyJet go and pull out of Newcastle? Why Newcastle? There's plenty of other places you could have pulled out of. So that spoiled our plans for that. But I'm just doing what I can, trying to use up some of my old machine knitting yarn. That's what this is, what I'm knitting with now. It's like I'm saying, it was the poodle stuff, but I used to knit it up on the knitting machine with just one strand. I've actually got one or two old jumpers that I had made out of this different colour though, but I've had them for years, I only wear them when I'm doing paint and decorating and things like that, like, because I've already got paint marks on them. Like. But I've used up quite a lot of the machine knitting yarn that I had. I've used up quite a lot of it, so it's going down a bit, but still going to take a long time to use it all up, like. Oh, you don't like EasyJet? Well, we couldn't at the time. I think my friend nearly always booked up with Jet too, but EasyJet were a lot cheaper. But when we checked the prices, I think it was going to cost us about £250 there and back for the flights from EasyJet. And that included our cases and extra to make sure that we're all seated together. But now we've been checking with Jet 2, and it's up to now, it's £305 just for the flights, and now we've got to pay for our cases on top, and then probably extra if we want to be seated together. So it's not, they're not as cheap as EasyJet. At least you get a good allowance for what's in your case. Because I've been with Chewy and Ryanair and that before, and you only get 15 kilos with them, and I had really trouble getting everything into the case and that, but at least you get 20, I think it's 22 with Jet 2, like, so that's a lot better. I think when I went on holiday last year, I went on holiday September last year, forget who it was with. I think it was with Chewy. And I think we even had to pay extra for the case to give us a bit extra kilos in the case. I think I can't remember how much it cost us now, like. But they keep reducing the Chewy used to get 20 kilos at one time. Then it came down to 18, and now it's down to 15. I think so they can get extra money out of you for people that want to put as much as they can in one case. I mean, that's what I'd rather do. I'm not bothered about the one in the cabin. I just want to try to get everything in my one case, so I don't have a lot of bags to carry in that when I get off the plane. Yeah. Yes, but this weather is it's down a little bit. It's terrible. And it's a holiday weekend, this coming weekend, I think, isn't it? Well, next Monday. And it doesn't look like, I don't know what it's like down where you are, Angela, like what the temperature's like, but I've had my heating on the last couple of nights. I haven't put it on yet. I've put a cardigan on instead. But I think I'm probably going to end up with the heating on tonight. Because I went to bed the other night and I couldn't get warm. You know, I had to get up and put an extra blanket over the top of my duvet. But it seems like it's got cold very early. Oh, and your nephew and you, oh, I can't wait to go back to school. My granddaughter, I can't wait for her 3. There's one, the oldest one, Frankie, he's 8. And then there's Tommy, he's 4. He's only just starting school this year. And the youngest one's only 2, so he'll not be in school yet. But she can't wait for them to get back to school. She's driving her up the wall. They're so bored, they don't know what to do with themselves. And they've got their heads stuck on the iPads all the time. And if you take the iPads off them, they just run riot. They don't know what to do with themselves. That's what happened when I was there at my granddaughter's Tuesday. And they were sitting on the iPads, and the youngest one's got this Thomas the Tank Engine It's like a big track thing, a big one. It takes up quite a bit of the living room. And he's got a lot of trains, and he was playing with the trains going round. He was quite happy playing with the trains going round and round the track, and while I run them round, of course, I had to get up and, well, I had to build the track up for him first. Me and my granddaughter, we built the whole track up for him at first. And then he was quite happy with all the little trains going round and round. And then my granddaughter made the other two come off their iPads, because only allowed so long, because they shouldn't be on them all that time. So they came off, and so they started annoying the younger one and knocking these trains off the track and fighting and all the carry on going on all the rest of the time. You know, I think my head was splitting by the time I got home. Because I always go there on a used to go on a Wednesday, but I go on a Tuesday now, because sometimes the oldest grandson has football, so they have to leave, and then on a Wednesday night I go to the bingo, so I have to leave. Nothing going on a Tuesday. Well, I used to go to karaoke on a Tuesday actually, but you know, things like that haven't started yet, so I might end up having to change my day again when if that ever gets back to normal. You know, things in the pub. Oh, the sun come out. Oh yeah, I had to put a cardigan on. Whereabouts are you living, Angela? I'm up near Newcastle. It's called Backworth, the place I live in, but it's just outside Newcastle, not far from Whitley Bay in North Shields. Oh, you live in Coventry. Oh, you probably get better weather there than what we get. My son lives in Worksop, and when he came up on Sunday, he said it was about 6 degrees warmer down Worksop than it was when he got up near Newcastle. So there's a big difference from different parts of the country. But I think Coventry would probably be a warm place. Like we don't get half the temperatures up here. That we've had none of that really hot weather that the rest of the country's had. I think we're lucky if we got over 20 degrees. I think a couple of days we had about 24, 25, but that's all it was. Yeah, I'm getting a little weird with this anyway. I'll have to measure it and see. Get a few more inches done, and I'll measure it across to see what it looks like the body's going to be. I didn't let anybody know that I was coming on live today. I just came on the spur of the moment, actually. Like, so a lot could be sitting having that. If it's anybody's working and that, they could be in having their meals and not bother about YouTube until later on in the day. But I like, after I've been on here, I like to be able to sit and watch my television and whatever there is to watch. Not that there's much to watch. There's a lot more crap on than anything else, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, yeah, lucky we in a dip. Oh, the dip part of the country. You were born in Leicester. You've lived in Canada as well. You've said you've been all over the place, haven't you? You were doing a lot of research before the lockdown. I do ancestry research. I've got an account on ancestry.com. I forgot all about it, actually. I wasn't going to bother renewing it because I do it every 6 months. And I wasn't going to bother renewing it just now because I haven't been on it much. And then I was looking at my bank statements, and I'm wondering what the £69.99 was. And I couldn't think. And then I suddenly realized, oh God, it's already they've renewed me ancestry thing. Well, it looks like I'll have to go on it now. You know, it's So they didn't ask us if I wanted it renewed, they just renewed it. Yes, there's a lot of rubbish on the TV, Angela. There's not ever very much to watch. I get more stuff. I watch more stuff on the computer than the television, actually. But I've got lots of old box sets of old TV shows, Porridge and The Good Life and Just Good Friends and all those comedy things. And sometimes I just sit and watch all of them over and over again. I've got all creatures great and small and all of those things. And loads of films. I like the old cowboy films as well. My husband, when he was alive, he loved John Wayne. Anything with John Wayne in, and every time there was a film on the television, I used to have to record it. I've got a DVD recorder, and it's got a hard drive on. You record onto the hard drive, and you can edit out all the adverts and everything off the whole whatever channel you're recording it off. And I used to have to sit and edit out all the adverts and to get it so it was the whole film, and then just put it onto a disc for him so he could sit and watch them without all the adverts in. And I used to watch my husband sometimes when he was watching these films, and I could see his mouth moving. He was saying the words that John Wayne was saying. He'd watched these films that many times. He knew every single word off by heart. And his mouth used to be moving, saying what John Wayne was saying. I used to sit and laugh, I used to get around him for laughing at him. Well, that's it. I suppose that's what you get like with your husband and wife. You know each other well. But I've been a widow for 6 years now. Like, my husband died in 2014. I've been a widow for 6 years, so I pleased myself doing what I wanted to do whenever I wanted to do for the last 6 years. Yeah, I like open all hours and I haven't watched Midsummer Murders, the later ones, but I like the ones when John Nettles was in it. I liked it with him in. Oh, Life in Mars, yes, I loved that one. That was good as well. And I've been, well, since I was a child, I've been a fan of Superman. And I've loved all the Superman films and that, and I've even got the box sets. I don't know if you've ever seen the Smallville series I think it was on Channel 4. And I used to like it. My husband used to like it as well, and I bought all the box sets, and I like to watch those as well because it's a really good series. If you've never seen it, it's about Superman before he becomes Superman, before he realizes all these powers that he's got and that. And it's a good series. I like it, and I'll watch that a few times as well. Yes, I've seen the Ashes to Ashes as well. I like all the old ones, like what was it? Somebody Glenister was in Life on Mars. Is it Philip Glenister? Or there's two of them called Glenister. I think he was in the what do you call them? The Hornblower series. He was in that for a few episodes. I like that as well, and that was another one favourite of my husband. I bought all those box sets for him for the Hornblower and Sharp, and that I liked all of those series as well. You get some good ones now, nowadays, but you kind beat the old ones, eh? All the old films as well. I liked all the old comedy ones with John Candy in and Uncle Buck and all of those ones. Yeah, he's a big miss. He was funny, him, John Candy. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to have been on half an hour now, Angela. I think I'm going to go off and watch some of me telly. Yes. You always got a brother called Robert. Yeah. I remember there was two. I think Philip was the one that was in Hornblower. I'm not sure. I know there was two of them. Like, I didn't know the film for a new series of Hornblower. Yeah, I could do with it. Wouldn't be the same because that what was his name? That lad you in Grufford, wasn't it Grufford? He had a funny name. Like, he was good in the part of Hornblower. Like, also like Sean Bean and Sharp as well. Where I've watched all. Was it Sean Bean was in the first season of the Game of Thrones as well, and I like him. Like, there's some actors that you like more than others. And so I think I'm going to see bye. I'm going to put my television on and watch some telly, see what's on. What like I said, see what rubbish is on. I'll probably end up putting something of my own on. So bye for now, Angela. I've got another tutorial to put up on how to do the. I think you know how to do with the corner to corner crochet. I've just done a little tutorial for that because I'm going to do one of them myself. So we put that up. So bye for now anyway. I'll end the stream.